What do you get when you combine a passionate and veteran sports writer with a wife who is a casual observer? The answer? Married to the Game. This landmark sports talk radio show discusses sports from a married couple's perspective. Married to the Game with Rory and Lakita begins right now.
What's up?
My name is Rory Sharrock.
And I'm Lakita Sharrock.
And this is Married to the Game. Man, thank you guys so much. Always thank you for logging on to our program yet one more time.
When I mean they are logging in and keeping up with us, making me feel all special inside. That's what I'm talking about.
This is a very special show. Special shout out to you, proud mama.
What? You best believe, proud mama all the way. I am the real deal. Holyfield. Can I say that? Don't that sound kind of cool?
Moving right along. This broadcast is dedicated in loving memory of my mom, Carolyn Sharrock.
And my beautiful mom, Juanita Warrior.
We love you and miss you so very much. They were amazing women.
Were they? They had got amazing kids.
Yeah,
they are amazing women by default because look at me, look at you.
I can dig that.
All right now.
And I know that they would be very proud of this program.
Yes, they would.
They're the mothers of us.
Yes.
And this is the mother of all episodes.
Dun, dun, dun.
You're doing your own Hollywood sound effect. Now, we're all in on moms and women in sports. We talk one-on-one with CIAA Commissioner Jacqie McWilliams.
She's one of the highest ranking women in sports and a super mom, just like mine.
The WNBA season is set to tip and we're amped to hit the hardwood for the 2017 campaign. However, the centerpiece of this show, the mother of all episodes, is a roundtable discussion on the balancing act between motherhood and coaching.
We'll talk with 3 talented coaches on how they're successful in raising their biological kids and players who are their extended children.
Word. This is the mother of all episodes. We're giving birth to a new form of sports commentary.
From the delivery room to the boardroom.
From the sideline to the scoreboard.
We're celebrating mothers worldwide right here, right now on Married to the Game.
Yeah. The Central Intercollegiate Athletic Association, better known as the CIAA, or as we like to call it, the CI.
When you say we, who is we? Is that you giving like all that love and honor to your Johnson C. Smith fan?
CIAA for life, JCSU Golden Bulls, yes.
Should have known.
CIAA is the oldest league in HBCU sports. Now, leading the charge for the CIAA is Jacqie McWilliams. She's a super mom and a phenomenal woman. McWilliams has enjoyed a fruitful career working in college sports. Climbing up the ladder success escalator style, she now serves as the commissioner of the CIAA. She stands as one of the highest ranking women in college sports, all the while raising her daughter. McWilliams joins us on Married to the Game and shares how she masterfully works both demanding jobs with Hall of Fame numbers. Commissioner McWilliams, thank you so much for joining us today on Married to the Game. We really do appreciate it.
Oh, I feel honored, and thank you, Rory, for the invite. Such a pleasure to be able to speak to a former alum of a CIAA lifer, and it just makes it even more special to have this time with you.
Thank you. We can get started by tell us how you managed to do so well balancing motherhood with a high-ranking position as commissioner of the CIAA.
You know, Rory, every day is different. I can tell you that. I think being constantly grounded in my spiritual life helps me. Sometimes I get off balance. Sometimes I worry with my travel. I have an 11-year-old daughter that I absolutely adore, who's an amazing young woman, and trying to figure out how to balance what I do here full-time and then be the mommy she needs me to be at home full-time. It can be challenging, but I do think with the right support that I have built around me, and just constant prayer. You know, it's as early as this morning, I'm like, okay, Lord, she's going to be in 6th grade next year, and she doesn't have extended care, daycare. How am I going to manage this in the best way? Give me the resources to do so. So I feel like I've been very fortunate to have the right people around me to help me be successful.
You know, you're not only a role model and an inspiration to working moms, but working women. How does that feel to have the title as one of the highest ranking women in college sports?
Sometimes it feels a lot of pressure. You know, I'm much better. I used to worry about what success should look like for myself so it could look like for others who wanted to be in this position. And I realized that, you know, by the grace I'm here in this position. I've done everything that I could do to be prepared. And so there's no worry about not being prepared for the job. It's sustaining in the position. You know, how am I demonstrating to my staff and to other women, and even little girls, you know, that you can work this position. You can still be a wife, a mother, you know, a daughter, and then have your life to yourself in some way or form. But it's not easy. Leadership, whether you're, you know, in the position that I am, or you're a coach or administrator in athletics, it's tough. Because sports, as you well know, it's a year-round. It's constant. We hardly get breaks. But when we find those breaks, we have to learn how to take advantage of those, and demonstrate that by action, not just say it. It's not good enough for me to tell my staff, you need to take time, take care of yourself. But then the other side, they see me in the office all day, all night, or I'm not taking vacation. So I try to be an example in trying to take care of myself so that I'm healthy enough to take care of my responsibilities as a commissioner of this conference.
You mentioned your daughter earlier and your demanding travel schedule. Has she come along on any trips or participated in any activities with you?
Oh, absolutely. That's my road girl. Simone I love traveling with her. I mean, since I've been in athletics, I worked at the CIAA for 9.5 years. I mean, after coming off of 12 weeks of maternity leave, the next week I was traveling, and I was nursing.
Wow.
I had to learn, and I was contacting coaches and folks who had done the same thing to get advice on how do I do this and not give up the desire to want to nurse my daughter. And I was able to do it. And so she knew when I was traveling, as long as I explained to her where I'm going and what I'm doing and how long and who's with her, she's good. So we go over the monthly calendar, the weekly calendar, and then we decide what trip she's able to go and travel with me, without, you know, impacting her missing school. I communicate well with her teachers and the administrators. You know, February is championship. You know, this is the tournament. We might be local, but I want her to be X, Y, and Z, and we use it as an educational opportunity. She used to have to do reports.
Wow.
Bring them back, you know, and she would take pictures, and it's almost like she was doing a mini blog of what was happening and what her experience is. Now she's getting a little bit older, and she's like, really, Mom? But we do talk about, you know, she went to softball and baseball championships this past weekend, and it's always neat to get her insight on what she sees about our student athletes. My experience becomes her experience. So I love traveling with her. I love taking her so she can be a part of what I'm doing, and she can see herself in any of those positions. So it's fun. It's really fun.
Now, Commissioner, you know your mommy duties never stop. The CIAA duties never stop either. We're just wrapping up on another school year in the books. Kind of just recap this past year and then what you're working on, because your brain is constantly moving and thinking for the next year, all the while you're still juggling the things that you have your daughter doing.
Yeah, it's, we're ending this year. Next week is after Mother's Day. We have our board meeting, so that in our membership meetings with our athletic directors and senior women administrators, faculty athletic reps, some of our presidents of the Coaches Association, and it really gives us an end-of-the-year review and then kind of talk about what the next year looks like. The board meeting is critical. That's pretty much my Super Bowl, and presenting a new budget to them. We're going through transition with a new partner for our media rights, which is, an amazing opportunity to partner with a company that will help us move the needle for the CIAA for scholarships back to our institutions.
Wonderful.
Help us grow. That's a true priority for us. Our strategic plan was approved last year, and so we are tracking, our strategic plan twice a year with our board, giving them outcomes and updates and the progress. And I feel good, that we're not just making stuff up anymore, that we're actually have something to follow. And, strategic plans are fluid and flexible, so we're adjusting as we go. The tournament is critical to us. I mean, it's 50%, almost 50% of our budget. And if the tournament doesn't do well, then everything else doesn't really happen. And so there's a lot of, I won't say pressure, but everyone on my team is charged for cost savings, but also on how are we going to promote this tournament, sell tickets, and collaborate a lot better to make sure that this tournament happens. On top of that, my daughter is going into 6th grade, and she's excited. It's a lot different. I'm watching her grow and trying to manage her and manage this. I found a way to do it because I have a great team. I think once I put the right people in place to help me do our day-to-day operations so that I can get out in the community, get on boards. Last year I was hardly here, and so that was kind of a test, and I didn't agree to be on the NCAA or Chair Management Council without understanding I had the support here. And with that, it allowed me to extend myself way beyond. This year I'll be in the office a little bit more than I was last year. I'll spend a little more time at home with my daughter, but at the same time, there's still a lot of work to do.
Yes.
And I'm up for it, but I'm really excited about watching my daughter grow, being her mother and being an example to her. It means a lot. Specifically this Mother's Day, I'm going on 10 years of losing my mom, and so I was trying to figure out why I was in such a rut today and this week, and part of it is that I miss her, but I also understand my responsibility in working hard and being an example as she was to me, to my daughter, so that she can aspire to be more than who I was and who my mother was.
Well, Commissioner McWilliams, I know you're very busy with your 9 to 5 and then your 24/7 job of being a mom. So we really do thank you so much for taking the time to join us on our program.
Well, thank you, and happy Mother's Day to all the moms and even the dads who serve as moms. So it's definitely a privilege to be a part of your show today.
Now, we had some good Beyond the Box Score features. This one might be my favorite.
Yeah, because we hit a home run. We threw a Hail Mary touchdown pass, hole in one, buzzer beater basket, you name it. With this piece right here, we set up a roundtable discussion to chat about the balancing act between motherhood and coaching.
It was interesting.
I loved it.
I really, really enjoyed everything about it.
It was very insightful, learned a lot from these women. They just poured into us, and we poured into them too.
Yeah, the conversation that I had with all the women just inspired me to be better and to do better. And it's just, I love how they can balance it and make it so easy looking. Because
it's not. Coaching is a very demanding job. Motherhood is even harder. Yeah. It's the toughest job in the planet.
It is.
So we were just honored to speak with Shantae Frost,
right,
girls basketball coach at Mays High School, Hilda Hankerson, the girls basketball coach at Westlake High School. She has over 500 victories. And then we were joined via phone by Amy Bryant, the women's tennis coach at Emory University. Now, these three women have enough wins to give away and still be successful.
Yeah, they do.
But their most memorable victories come in the form of winning as parent/motherly figure.
And you have hit a champion home run. You the everything and above when you could do that.
Okay, I'm Hilda Hankerson, the girls varsity basketball coach at Westlake High School in Atlanta, Georgia.
And I'm Shantae Frost, the girls basketball coach at Elijah Mays High School out of Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah, it's Amy Bryant, and I'm the head women's tennis coach at Emory University in Atlanta, Georgia.
We know it's demanding being a mom and a coach and a teacher. Talk about how you manage to balance all three.
I understand it as ministry. And so